Welcome to Uncaged. Today we're speaking with John Palmer. John is the president and co-founder of Servexo Protective Services. We'll talk about what's happening in the security space. Tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for having me on today. So a little bit about myself, my background. I've been in the security industry almost 20 years now. I started off very young in the security space, and I've grown to know a little bit more and more about the world when it comes to security. My birthday happens to be 9/11, so which those dates actually inspired me to join the service and to do something different to protect others who need protecting. So joined the military, did 6 years in the service. And as I was transitioning out in the last 2 years, started the concept of the company, which is called Servexo. So we've been around for 11 years, founded in 2012, incorporated 2013, and just really learned more and more about the industry, educated myself on the business side, and got acquainted with the security aspect and technology.
Well, tell me more about Servexo. It sounds really interesting. You say you are a company that has an integrated security solution. Tell me more about what you guys do and how you do it.
Yeah, great question. So with us, Servexo, just the name itself, it stands for service and executing on that service. So that's what the name of the concept comes about. But when it comes to what we do, we call what's called a challenge statement. And our challenge is how can we provide security solutions to alleviate the loss of productivity, time, and money? And that's for all of our clients. So what we do is we provide security solutions through technology and human innovation. We protect people, property, and global infrastructures.
Excellent. Well, I like the idea of combining service and execution. I always feel that execution somehow gets left off sometimes. So you can have a great strategy, but you got to make sure that, it happens when you're activating it on a tactical level. Excellent. Well, John, it's a dynamic space you're working in. We find really the idea and the area of protective services has expanded into so many different areas, and there's now technology involved. But what are the big trends that you're seeing in the space today?
Yeah, great question. So I would say some of the trends is we're seeing a lot of the integration when it comes to technology. And so with us being one of the first companies to have an SOP for drone security, before the FAA was, going through the licensing and graphing those requirements out, a lot of it has to do with robotics. So automation, AI, those are new trends. Whether if it's a security robot, if it's a remote location, even it comes to janitorial, that all has to do with some type of support when it comes to facility support services. But really more so about the robots right now. A lot of cybersecurity that is coming around the corner. And is really having a lot of integration and sharing cross information with industry people.
So I love the vision in my mind that it paints of like drones and robots. What does that actually look like though, John? So make sure that I fully understand. What would be a security robot? What would that do?
Yeah, so there's several products that we offer, but just to give you one as an example, let's just say you have a large campus or you have a large facility, and an augmentation of a security officer who may, let's say, be at a stationary post. Well, we would provide it as a security robot. So if you think like an R2D2, a little bit more advanced, right?
Oh, man.
And it can go between to and from locations. It can record. It can scan license plates. It could have voice activation. It could do all those things, and it doesn't go to sleep, right? It doesn't never not clock in. And it's constantly there, and you can augment on particular hours that you need that service, and then bring it up or scale it down. So that's just one example, and there's plenty of other examples that we could go dive into. But just having ease of service and automation is the trend that we see.
And I can see how pulling all of those actions together with the team, the talented team, and then also the kind of the cyber work and the data work that you can do as well is really critical. But I mean, let me change gears a little bit, John, and ask you a bit about just the nature of your work. I mean, clearly you have a career in security and protection and serving, but I mean, what's your passion with this? Why is it that you went into this industry?
Definitely. And again, going back to my childhood and going back to what geared those things in me, you know, being able to have a birthday on a tractor event like that it will
Yeah,
impact your life, right? And for
yeah,
me, it impact me in a positive way to say, hey, I want to always make sure I'm in the best position to help support others who need that protection of security, sense of safety, the peace of mind. You know, we
yeah.
live in a dangerous world, unfortunately. And so, in order to be ahead of the danger, you have to be on the offense. You have to prepare. You have to look at internal and external threats so you can have a more safe place to live.
I can't imagine what it's like to have a birthday on 9/11. I mean, my birthday is actually on tax day, April 15th. So April 15th, I have the least generous birthday of all people.
Oh
Nobody
man.
wants to give gifts on April 15th.
Oh man. Poor guy. It's either that or near Christmas, right? You got a day before,
Exactly.
day after. Good luck.
Exactly. Well, John, it's amazing what you've been able to build with Servexo. But here we are in an interesting moment. The economy is a little bit bumpy right now. What are you seeing on the landscape and on the docket for you guys in 2023?
Yeah, 2023 is going to be an amazing year for us. For when it comes to the physical security side, we're looking at ways to augment our packages in one. So if you have a customer who needs all their solutions met, they don't have to go to another provider to get their additional solutions. So they could come to us, whatever it's for the camera systems, monitoring, access control, security officers, even from the IT components.
Mhm.
We're offering a new package for our customers to have all-in-one solution. In addition to that, we're rolling out some of our cyber security solutions as well for this year and our autonomous robots as well, because we're all about having physical deterrence and providing the right infrastructure and the support for our clients. So we're excited with that. Let's see, R&D technology that's always going to be on horizon and implementing some of those new challenges to some of our customers. And last but not least, we are providing a Uber model when it comes to security support services. So that's been a trend. Unfortunate when it comes to labor and the availability of good talent. So we're going to be one of the first companies, or we'll be the first company in our industry to provide an Uber model approach to security.
So I would have an app of some sort, and I could contact you for security needs as and when needed.
But this is how it will work. So
Okay.
let's just say I have client A, and client A has, let's say, 40 locations. And so they may come to us and say, hey, we need service at these locations, whether it's at emergency, last minute, or ongoing. Our
Mhm.
business model allows us to place security officers on site, but let's just say if they have additional needs or someone calls off sick,
Right.
we have a technology system that puts out alerts to all the qualified officers within the area. So we're able to know within minutes who's able to be placed on site.
Oh, that's great. That's great. John, I love the focus on using innovative technologies. I love the fact that you're integrating that with really kind of like data and cybersecurity, and then also bring together things on the physical side as well. It's just such a really, really great way of thinking about this space. If someone wanted to learn more about what you and the Servexo team are working on, where's the best place to reach you?
Yeah, I would just say social media. We post a lot on my personal LinkedIn as well as the company's LinkedIn. If someone wants to contact me, they could contact me by email at our general box, which is contact@servexousa.com. That way we're able to get everything that's associated and delegate it to each department. But those are the best ways to contact me just to see a little more about what we're doing.
Excellent. Well, John, thank you so much for being on Uncaged today. We've been speaking with John Palmer. He is the president and co-founder of Servexo Protective Services. It's a cutting-edge security company that provides fully integrated security solutions, utilizing highly trained staff, innovative technology, and the latest equipment. We've been talking about everything from drones to robots to cybersecurity, and really how John and the team are bringing all of these elements together. John, thank you so much for being on the show today, and we look
Thank
forward to
you.
having you back.
Awesome. Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Cheers.
Take care.